How's everybody doing today? We're going to do a yo-yo review of the Swish by ERA44. So, this is a new company. It's a new company. It's just starting. This is their premier yo-yo, their first yo-yo. And it's very nice. I actually really love this color. They chose a nice bluegrass fade. It came to me in this box right here with a white string. I believe it's kitty string. And it had this little paper in it, and I just got it yesterday. I had a chance to play with it, and it's really awesome, so you should pick these up. I just want to do this review before they got released so that people understand how it plays and see if they'll be interested, but these are really nice. I believe that these are going to be $70, and yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the shape. So this is the shape. It's a very nice V shape. And it's very nice. So I'm gonna put the specs up on the screen. I know for a fact it's 67 grams because I was playing it and it definitely feels like it's 67 grams. And I believe the diameter is around 56 millimeters and the width is around 43 millimeters, but it'll all be up on the screen. So as you can see, it's a very nice V shape, a very competition oriented shape, but it feels a lot different on the string compared to other competition type yo-yos just because of that extra weight, but it feels really nice. So let's go ahead and take it apart and I'll show you the insides. So here is the yo-yo taken apart. It's got a very short axle, as you can see, a very short axle, and it looks like it's got flowable silicone. And I believe this yo-yo is made in China because of the short axle. That's pretty much a mainstay in China or any Chinese manufactured yo-yos. It's got a nice, I believe, center track bearing. It looks like a center track. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, you can see a little bit. It's got a nice center track bearing. And when it's taken apart, you could really see all of these cuts. All of these nice cuts in the yo-yo. I believe this is just for extra rim weight because the way the cuts work. So this first cut right here is pretty like indented. And there's this cut right here, which just leads more and more rim weight, as you can see. So if I flip this around, you can see the cup is really inner, so that means that there's less rim weight right here, or not less rim weight, like less center weight, and have all of this weight just push out. So let's screw it back together and let's compare it to some other shapes. Alright, so I brought some yo-yos to help compare the different shapes and sizes. So first we'll compare the Swish to the SK. I tried to choose yo-yos that everybody was familiar with. So as you can see, the SK, they're about the same diameter. The SK is a lot more angled up, like through this V right here. It's a lot more angled up than the Swish. Both have that bearing, that center track bearing. The SK has those raised rims, those beefed up rims, where with the Swish it sort of just gradually gets bigger. And let's see on the width. The SK is a little bit more narrow than the Swish, which is about what I was expecting. It's a little bit narrower. The cup is a little bit deeper in the Swish as well, but I don't think finger spins are as easy on the Swish. I don't finger spin, but it looks like finger spins would be tough on the Swish. So next up, we'll compare it to the edge. And the edge definitely has some width on the Swish. It's very nice. It's a very nice width on the edge. But they're still both pretty wide yo-yos. And real quick, we'll look at the diameter. The diameter of the edge is obviously a little bit smaller in the diameter. Ooh, I want you lining up. A little bit smaller in the diameter than the Swish. You can see it just a little bit. And again, it's got that very sharp angle on the edge, whereas the Swish sort of just gradually builds up, which is nice. And then lastly, we'll go to this one right here. This is my Daydream. The Daydream is obviously a lot bigger than the Swish in the diameter, but they both have a similar shape. Again, the Daydream V shape is a lot more aggressive than the Swishes. And on the side, the Daydream is a little bit wider, but there's really no cup on the Daydream, but there's a cup on the Swish. So there you go. We're gonna go ahead, take it apart, or not take it apart. We're gonna go ahead, string it up, and we're gonna go play it. All right, and we are back with the Swish from ERA44. Let's go ahead and throw this bad boy. Ooh, okay, so on the first throw, something that you'll really notice is that extra weight. This thing clocks in at around 67 grams, but it still has a competition shape. So it's got like a familiar shape, but a different feel on the string, which I think is pretty cool. It's just something different, you know? A bunch of yo-yos are really lightweight with a very competition shape. And this yo-yo shakes up a little bit in the weight compartment, which I think is really nice. You'll definitely feel it on the string. It definitely has a nice presence. But you could still make it move fast. I'm not really a fast player, so this actually feels really nice to me. This speed right here. This grind finish, very, very nice. I really like how the cuts feel when you're grinding on the cuts. Most Chinese manufacturers have a really nice grind finish, so that's not really a surprise for me. The color just looks really nice when you're spinning it. I don't know if you could tell. It's a very nice shade of green. It's like almost like a turquoisey color. It's very green. It's like a dark greenish blue turquoise color. It's really nice. And yeah, it handles a lot of tricks, a lot of string layers. Let's try and load it up on some string layers. Let's go ahead. Yep, it handles all that trick. Suicide's really nice. It's got a nice big gap so it doesn't snag up on you that much. Rejection's really, really nice. Just a really nice yo-yo, especially for a company's first design. Really nice yo-yo. I really dig it a lot. Because of its design, it's very competition oriented, so it can handle tricks and it's very stable. It's a very nice yo-yo. It's actually extremely stable. The string centering bearing definitely helps with that, but it's been on plane this entire time, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, let's see, rejections, really nice. Let's see, what else did I miss? Finger spins, I don't really finger spin. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but I don't really finger spin. I mean, you can catch it. I mean, it's not really a finger spin, but you can catch it because it's got a really nice finish. And I'm just in love with this color. It's definitely not a speedy yo-yo, that's for sure, but it can move fast if you want it to. I'm not really a fast player, so for me that's not a big deal, but as you can see right there, it can really handle string tricks with a lot of slack really good. And yeah, so I actually extremely like this yo-yo. We're gonna go ahead and alright, so this was the Swish by ERA44 yo-yos. It's a very nice yo-yo. These haven't been released yet. They were said to release early July, but I'm assuming now, I think that they've made a post saying that they'd release late July. And I believe they retail at $70, which I think is really nice. It plays extremely nice. It is on the heavier side, but it still can move fast if you want it to. And I think that actually sets it apart a little bit from other yo-yos and other companies. For a company's first release, I think that this yo-yo is amazing. And if you get one, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's extremely nice, very nice, familiar shape, but with a different feel on the string. It's just extremely nice, and for $70, I don't think you could really go wrong. So, yeah, go ahead, go pick one up whenever they drop. They should be dropping by the end of the month. They're extremely nice. So, this was Javi out with another review. This was a review of the Swish by ERA44 yo-yos. Enjoy. Have a nice day.